Hey everyone, it's me, Cynthia, and I want to thank you for stopping by my channel today. I want to briefly talk to you about MS and alcohol consumption. I know that in a lot of my videos you're going to see me with my glass of wine. I love white wine, and some people might be wondering, okay, is that healthy and should you mix alcohol and MS? So I just wanted to briefly talk to you about my feelings on alcohol and MS. I'm not coming to you as a medical professional, just as me, someone who has been living with MS for more than 20 years, even though I didn't get a diagnosis, until about 20 years of living with MS. So if you do some research, you will see that on the internet, or even if you talk to your doctor, there's probably an opinion or research study that will support either side of that coin, whether you should drink or whether you shouldn't. And with anything, it's a personal decision. I know that there are the perils of alcohol and drinking too much and what it can do to your body and to your liver and all that. There's also studies that say that alcohol in moderation, not just wine, but alcohol in moderation can actually be beneficial and have some medicinal purposes. There's even a study that I found that says that moderate alcohol consumption, a couple glasses a day, would actually help prevent something like MS. So I don't know. I think, again, it's a personal decision, and that everybody should do their own research and make that decision by yourself or along with your doctor. As I said, was diagnosed with MS in 2011, but the doctor said I had been living with it since 1990, when that was my first episode, so at least since 1990. So, and I can assure you that between 1990 and even before, up until the time I was diagnosed in 2011, I consumed a fair amount of alcohol. I was in the military. If you have been in the military or through basic training, when you're sequestered like that in a training environment, anytime you got free time, it seemed like drinking is what we did. Anyway, I love wine, and in particular white wine, so I'm going to always have my wine. Now, I will say that when I first was diagnosed with MS, I completely stopped all alcohol consumption, not because of the MS so much, but because of my fear of the interaction with the alcohol on some of the medications that I was taking. I was taking antidepressants, pain medication sometimes, and sleeping pill because I was having problems sleeping. And I was more fearful of the interaction, and then also the medication for MS. I started out on shots. So I was more fearful of what mixing alcohol with the sleeping pill would do. Accidental death. I could see going to sleep and not waking up, because I do enjoy drinking a glass of wine prior to going to bed. So I for that reason, stopped my alcohol intake. And then, after a while, it's like, okay, I got to come off of the sleeping pills because I missed and enjoyed my wine. So I came off of the sleeping pills and went to something more natural, melatonin or something in that nature. Since then, I have come off of all medications other than, which is not really a medication, but a supplement, a vitamin D supplement. That's the only thing that I'm taking. And so I enjoy my wine. I actually went back to wine long before I weaned myself off of all the different medications, and I feel fine. And so because we're dealing with a chronic disease, it shouldn't mean that you have to give up all the things that you enjoy in life, and one of those things for me is wine. So I would encourage you to do research if you enjoy drinking and for whatever reason you decided not to because of the MS, whether it's medication interaction or being told that it would be detrimental if you have, continue to drink. It can be helpful or harmful. I think it always depends on how much we use alcohol. My dad, bless his heart, 88 years old, every time he sees me with my glass of wine, which is often, he, shakes his head, or on one occasion he told me it was going to catch up with me, like, okay, I'm in my mid-50s right now, yeah, I'll take a chance on whatever that catching up with me means, but I say do your research and you decide by yourself, with your family, with your doctor, and, make the decision as to whether to drink or not to drink. I just feel like when living with chronic disease, we have those things that we still want to enjoy, and a lot of people use the acronym YOLO, you only live once, and I say I'm going to die once and live every day. And for me, part of that living every day, although I may not drink every day, but most days I do have a glass of wine, and so I'm going to live every day and die once, and part of that is going to include wine. So I just want to again thank you for stopping by, and subscribe, share with your friends and family. I'm only here to just share my experiences because I've been living with MS for quite a while, and I have not reached a stage of debilitation. And don't get me wrong, I have my good and bad days, and wine helps me get through them sometimes. So until next time, thanks for stopping by. Cheers. Bye.